Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today we've got an Ecto-1 build for you today. So we're going to do issue 64 of Build the Ecto-1. Now there is a bit of controversy behind some of the parts in the Ecto-1. I will talk about it as I'm building, but what I want to do is I'm going to address it at the end of the video. So when I've done the build and everything, I'll show you what I'm addressing. You guys already out there might know what this is if you've built this already and have been listening to all the stories about it not being right and such. But I'm going to do what the magazine says, so more will be revealed. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Right, so we're in now issue or stage 64. We are going to be doing the control boxes and gurney rails. We've got quite a bit to do in this issue, even though it only goes over 2 pages. But the first thing we need to do is we do need to bring the vehicle back across. Bring it around like that. And we've got this part here. Now this part is actually being called 64A. Telefunken SB329 air control boxes. So we need to put this in. It's just going to go onto the car here, but we do need to screw that in from behind, and we're screwing that in behind with the good old AP screws. I think I've come to realise with Eagle Moss, if you don't get an AP screw in an issue, whether that's DeLorean or Ecto-1, there's something seriously wrong. Or somebody that day did not think about it. Okay, that's the first one gone in, and I'll just get the second. And that's the second one just going in. Nice and tight. Just check this top one. And that's the top one in. Okay. Now we need to move over to the other side of the vehicle, because we've got a part to put in to get that on here. And this one is the control box. So this can only go in one way, and that is that way, which is going to butt up against that really nice, and that has to be screwed in with the AP screws. So I've got to get an AP screw lined up on my screwdriver, and I'll just flip this over, holding the part in place. And as you can see, the 2 screws there are the 2 screws we need to screw this in with. Well, the 2 screw holes. That's the first one in. And we'll get the second in. That's bit, so I don't need to keep hold of it from behind. Okay, right, so I'm just going to move some stuff out the way for the next bit. Okay, so I'm trying to get this on camera, majority of it. The next bit we've got to do is we've got to put in the gurney rails. In Britain, they would be the stretcher rails. Now, the way that it's wanting us to put them in is basically like this. And that's what it's telling us to how to put them in the magazine. Now, the problem is a lot of people have been saying that's wrong, and that they basically they should be that way around, like that. That looks like what it does in the movie. Now, after a little bit of research, I've actually found the solution to that problem, and I will show you that at the end. But let's get these in the way that the magazine asks us to do it. And first of all, we need to get them in, and we've got supplied about 1,000 OP screws, because each rail takes 5 screws, and it's going to need the smaller screwdriver head for this one, I think. So let's get the first one in. Now, like I said, I've done a bit of research on this, and I've got something to show you after that will show you the reason why I'm doing it this way, and I believe that the magazine has got it right. The other thing as well is we don't know if you know, this car is very much modified in the sense of it was modified for the film to be the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Now, we don't know if then they've gone and modified a Gurney, or stretcher as we call it in this country. So it's very highly possible we have got these right, because they maybe made the wheels bigger, and that obviously it had to carry the weight of the proton packs. The proton packs were not light things at all, and I reckon they probably reinforced it with bigger wheels so that it'll accommodate the extra weight on top of it. Now, that's just my theory. I'm not too happy about how that one's gone in. Ah, it's gone in now. Okay. So that's my theory, but we just don't know, because, like, again, we don't know, because we're finding out week by week with this model being released what's happening each week by week, if you know what I mean. So nobody in the community actually knows, or has, apart from the bigwigs, seen this model actually complete. Personally, and this is just a personal preference, not too happy the way these screws are going in. They're going in, but they're not lining up very well. Personally, I think they're going to modify a stretcher to carry the weight. That's my reasoning. I could be wrong. Okay, so we're near the first two now going in. That's the second one. This is the last one, and these are the first two rails that have gone in. So we've just got the next two, which are going to go to the other side. Again, I could speed up this video, but why? I just think I'll do it in live time. I don't really like speeding up videos, because you guys at home are going to have the same, go through the same thing when you come to do yours, if you haven't done yours already. So if I'm going to run into problems, you guys need to know and look out for them. Yeah, these screw heads are a little bit, I don't know, they're not the greatest screw heads, to be perfectly honest with you, but these are not directional. So we'll get them in. So nearly done this one, second to last one. You hear it creaking. I think they've definitely sent us enough OP screws. I think I can guarantee that one. But they are tiny, tiny screws. Okay, so let's get the last one on. Nearly there with this. Yeah. I'm going to try a different tactic. I'm going to try and get one of them in first, then do the top one, because it always seems to be the top and bottom ones that don't really want to line up. Yeah, we've got 4 OP screws that are left over, so they've definitely supplied us with enough. So maybe they were anticipating that these screws were going to be a bit of a pain. But we're nearly done now. So, last one to go in, and we're home and dry. Okay, and that is the gurney rails put in. Very, very impressive. Right, the next thing we've got to do, and this is quite exciting, is to bring the front of the car over. Try and get it in shot. Of course, remember this? We're going to attach it to the car at last. So we need to put it on this way around, making sure we don't trap any wires. Line it up with these screw holes, and we need to screw that down with some IP screws. So I'm just going to be a contortionist and whatnot and get an IP screw in the first hole, and then as soon as I've got that first one in like that, I don't have to hold on to it as much. I just need to line it up. So line it up at the other side. That's going in beautifully. I've got no cables caught. Nope, nothing like that at all. Okay. And now we've got another 2 to put in. That's another one. And we've got another one to go. Okay, and then we just need to flip it over. I'm just going to hold this front up because it wants us to put another further 2 IP screws in these 2 holes here. The reason I'm lifting it up is I don't want any damage to any of the detail that we've done on this vehicle, because that would just be absolutely soul destroying. Doing all that work and then it gets damaged. That's the first one done. The hardest bit sometimes can be absolutely getting a screw onto your screwdriver while you're holding things like this. I'm just going to rest it down slightly. There's hardly any weight on it whatsoever. There we go, that's going in now. Lovely. And then we've just got 2 on the other side here. So just again, I'm lifting it up just slightly just to get these screws in. Quite happy to see this dashboard actually going in. It's yeah, really looks good. And this is the last screw in, just like that. Flip this back over. Hopefully no damage, no damage. No, we're all good. Fantastic. And that's it for the build today, guys. We've done put the front console on, and we've also got the Gurney rails in the back there. So yeah, very impressive. This thing is really coming together now. So that's issue 64 complete. Well, that's it for issue 64 of Build the Ecto-1. So this is why I want to address it. So in a sec now, this is a picture I found on the Eagle Moss Ecto-1 website in the UK, and if you look carefully at the picture, you can actually see the Gurney rails in place as we have put them in on the instructions. And if you look at the wheels, they are sitting on them. So I do believe we've got them in the right way. That's how Eagle Moss intended us to have them. But like I said, I did a little bit of research and I think we've definitely done it the right way. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. Just, you know, a little bit of added extra. It's nice to do a little bit of research for everybody now and again. And I have fingers crossed, because I think it might be a little bit difficult rechanging them rails if we have got them in the wrong way. But I do trust Eagle Moss that they have done it right. So if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll be notified of any future videos, guys. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now. I'd just like to give a shout out to all my patrons that help and support the channel. Please check out their channels on YouTube as well, and thank you very much for watching.